Welcome to Playing Voodoo. I'm your host, Derek. Alex will not be joining me today as I have come down under the weather and decided to put this pod out for you. Let's get straight to it. So this episode, just a quick recap of the episode and what went down a bit. So Sammy, unfortunately, got the boot. Played the middle a little too much. People were catching on, couldn't be trustworthy. He pretty much turned his back on anyone. Did his word mean anything? Not really. So they decided he was next to go. We pretty much saw this coming. Sammy, he started strong, valiant effort for the season. Played really well, considering his age. I definitely underestimated him coming into the season, and yeah, he proved me wrong. I know Alex, that was his number one pick. I know he's distraught over this. Alex, you still have others that you drafted that have a chance of winning, so you have that going for you. But yeah, pretty much that's all I have to say about Sammy. Moving on, some of the highlights for the episode. So early on in the episode, we see a boat arrive at the island. Immediately know that there's going to be an advantage coming to play. And so many castaways. I think it was about every single one of them were in camera shot of the advantage that was on the palm tree. No one saw it. Pretty much blended in until Cody did. He found it. Gave him the chance to place a bet on another castaway. If they had won immunity, he would also be immune. As it turns out, he bet on Owen. Owen wins immunity. So Cody was safe from tribal council. So yeah, let's just go into the challenge a bit of Ben. I love this challenge. This reminds me of Survivor and why I like Survivor. And yeah, there was just something missing though. It took Jeff. I don't know why, because I know those contestants had been out there for quite some time, but Jeff didn't remark on the time. I think he said it was like 90 minutes. It felt like it took for him forever, I guess, to say how long they'd been out there, and I guess that I don't know, something about how it was shot. Something was just missing, and I really am not a fan of the outcome, to be honest. There should be a winner. It should be designed in a way that the tide eventually is over the metal crates so that they're under the water and you have a winner. So the design on that was poor. But yeah, that challenge, love it. I want to see more challenges like that bring back the Survivor challenges that I remember growing up watching. So yeah, let's move on to power rankings. Just to recap from last week, I believe our power rankings, we had Owen last at 7, or at 8 rather. No, sorry, we had Owen at 7. We had Sammy at 6. We had Gabler at 5. Carla at 4. Cassidy at 3, I believe. Maybe it was Cody. Cassidy or Cody at 3 and 2. And then Jesse at 1. I don't think much is really going to change based on that moving forward. So this is my power rankings, I guess, for the contestants moving forward. This does not reflect Alex's thoughts. What we will hear from him the next episode when we talk about what happens next week. So yeah, I'm going to just get straight to it. At number 6, I still think it has to be Owen. At last, time and time again, he's just caught on the wrong side of the vote. He pretty much said it himself when he was talking with Gabler earlier in the episode. He said he hasn't voted right this whole time, and he's correct. The only time he really voted right was when he voted out James. But even then, Sammy spoiled that by letting Carla know that that was going down. So kind of took away, I guess, that move from Owen on his part. Um, he's now won 2 immunities, so he's building up a resume that way, but he doesn't have the social maneuverability and the strategy to back up his gameplay so far, and I don't see how he can maneuver his way moving forward other than being a vote. But man, who knows? I mean, the way I see it, we have three duos remaining: Cassidy, Carla, Jesse and Cody, and then Owen and Gabler. If Cassidy and Carla and Jesse and Cody are going at each other, then that leaves the Baca Boys, Owen and Gabler, kind of in the middle. So maybe they could be a vote to help the others advance. But at the end of the day, I don't think that Owen's built up a resume worthy of winning Survivor to this point. And that brings me to the next contestant at number 5. Similarly, another Baca boy, Gabler. He's quite the wild card. Wants to make a move. I think, I mean, I would anticipate this would be the time he'd make his move, but I don't know. Doesn't really have the sway that he might think he has out there. The others are running the show. His pitch would probably be like, I don't know. He's gonna have to work some magic to sway a jury in the end. I could very well see both Owen and Gabler making a final 3, at least one, if not both, because their cases are so weak right now to win. But yeah, other than that, I'm not sure how much more they can each build their resumes. So those two, I'd say they're in their own tier at the bottom. I don't really see a chance of them winning. This next tier, I think, is a tier of 3. So this next tier, at number 4, I'm going to stick with what I had last week. I'm going to put Carla here. Carla, this episode, not sure what happened or what was going down exactly. So she seemed a little panicked. We were pretty much had a flashback. Saw that she told Cassidy that she had an idol. Everyone's aware that she might have an idol based on her rummaging for beads. And yeah, I'm not sure how she's going to maneuver moving forward. She says she's going to play more aggressive, play offensively. So we'll see. If that means taking out Cassidy, that means taking out Cassidy. But I don't think that benefits her as much as she believes it to benefit her. So yeah, I'm not sure how she maneuvers moving forward. Similarly to Owen, she now has 2 immunity wins. That's quite impressive. If she can notch a third, along with her social game, she has built quite the case to state that should be the sole survivor. It'll be interesting how the other her castaways, I should say, view her game to this point. And yeah, moving on to number 3. I still think I shouldn't say still. I believe I had Cassidy. I might have had Cody 3 last week. This one's tough. I don't know if I want to put Cassidy or Cody 2 or 3. Which one I want to put which. At this juncture, I think I would lean. Oh wait, I forgot. Carla has her. She does still have her idol. I just mentioned it, so she's at least guaranteed top 5. Maybe I should. No, screw it. Carla's still 4. Number 3. I'm gonna put Cody. Cody's played a strong game to date. I I honestly thought he'd be a little more strong in this challenge, considering it had to deal with water. He's the Hawaiian, you know. He's always surfing, you know. But no, he wasn't as strong as the others in the challenge, to my surprise. But he's played quite the game so far. Pretty much every vote that he's wanted to happen has happened. Be it it's happened because Jesse has been okay with it. Now, will that be the same moving forward? I'm not sure because we're down to the nitty gritty. Pretty much 6 people left. You're making your final threes. Is Jesse and Cody's final three? I don't know. I'm not certain, to be honest. So, like for this vote, for example, Cody was adamant about Cassidy going home. He wanted Cassidy to go because she's such a dangerous threat to win challenges, and she's closely tied with Carla. On the other hand, Jesse wanted Sammy to go because Carla wanted Cassidy to go, and he saw an opportunity to take out a threat that Carla would swoop in and make Sammy her number one. Sammy did end up going, so I guess in this sense, Cody went with what everyone was saying. But yeah, I honestly think Cody's gonna have to win his way there. Maybe even make Fire at 4 to get to the final three. That I think that's his path. I don't even think he's gonna get his idol back at this point. Jesse as his idol. Yeah, he's just seen as quite the threat, physical threat. I could see him being one of the next people voted out. That could very well happen. So number 2, I think, yeah, it's got to be Cassidy, and that rounds out this tier with Carla, Cody, and Cassidy. She's played strong. I've similarly to Sammy, except Sammy was more so preseason. I throughout the season I've underestimated Cassidy. She's played quite the subtle game, and she's really turned it up a notch once we've hit pretty much the merge. We finally got to see her play more because at Coco we didn't get to see much gameplay with Lindsay's freak out and then Gio's overblown confidence about what was going down. So yeah, now Cassidy's starting to play. Ryan was gunning for her. Boom, he's gone. Sammy threw out her name this episode. Boom, he's gone. Like it's like you say her name and you're gone. So that's dangerous. She's won immunity a few times, once or twice now, I believe. And she's a threat to win every challenge moving forward. So yeah, she's built quite the case. She's very likable. I could see her very well making the case to win. And lastly, I believe this person's in their own tier as the front runner to be the sole survivor of season 43, and that is Jesse. Man, he's playing quite the game. As we saw this episode, and I just explained, Carla wanted to cut ties with Cassidy because she was afraid that she was going to use the information that Carla gave her against her, that being the idol. And Jesse flipped that and saw that Carla might then try to bring in Sammy. Didn't like that, and is pretty much, yeah, he got out Sammy, and he's pretty much controlled. It feels like he's been the one saying what's going to happen every single vote. Like 2 episodes ago, we saw him with that checklist of how to do a blindside when he got out Noel. That was it was quite the sight to see. Yeah, he's playing quite the social game. He still is the idol from Dwight, from Janine, that no one knows about. I'm sure he's going to bring that out at Final Tribal, and everyone's going to be amazed that he even has it. I could even see a scenario where, but my the one I guess the one thing that I'm hesitant about with Jesse is what's going to happen at Fire. I think there's a very very strong possibility that if and when he makes the Final Four, that he will be one of the two contestants making Fire. Can he make Fire? Can he be his counterpart? That's what it's going to come down to. And honestly, whoever might beat him at Fire could very well make the case that they should be the winner, and it be a strong valid case from that point, taking out Jesse. So yeah, those are my thoughts about the power rankings. So just to recap for the rankings: number 6, Owen; number 5, Gabler in their own tier; number 4, Carla; number 3, Cody; number 2, Cassidy in their own tier; and then in his own tier at number 1, Jesse. So worst move, best move, next boot. Worst move of this episode. I believe the worst move was. Honestly, I'm not going to even give the contestants the worst move of the episode. I'm just going to give the Survivor production the worst move of the episode. The design for that challenge, I'm still disappointed. There should be a finality to it. One winner. Yeah, that's the worst move. Best move of the episode. I believe it's Jesse recognizing that, or actually no. I'll give a few best moves. So yeah, Jesse recognizing that Sammy should be the next to go if Carlo is willing to cut ties with Cassidy so quickly. But additionally, Cody choosing Owen as his champion to win immunity was smart. I did not. Owen was not my pick going into it. But yeah, he nailed it. Next boot is where it gets dicey. So, like I previously said, seems like there's 3 pairs remaining with some fluidity among that. So Jesse has 2 idols. One assumingly belonging to Cody, but we haven't seen much talk about it since. Carl has an idol, and those are the only advantages currently in the game. And then an immunity necklace, so it could be quite the wild tribal council next week. I don't think either of the Baca boys go. It's got to be an episode where either like Carla or Cody go. Is what I think is going to happen. So yeah, I guess that's my prediction. Carla or Cody. So yeah, thank you for joining me today. This is Plan Voodoo. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Plan Voodoo Pod. We're on Spotify. We're on YouTube. We have our YouTube shorts, exclusive, not on Spotify. So if you want to see those, make sure to subscribe on our YouTube page. You'll get to see some snippets from the pod. And yeah, comment down below on Spotify and YouTube. Who do you guys think will be the next boot? Next time, when you hear from us, we will be doing a different style of pod. We'll be making the case for each of the remaining castaways. So there'll be 5 people remaining after the next episode. Essentially, I will be speaking, like for example, I'll be speaking on behalf of one of the contestants, Cody, and I will be making the pitch for why he should be the sole survivor, and the Alex will be, I guess, like the jury asking questions of what he did to deserve to win Survivor. So yeah, that's just an example. Be sure to check that out. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for that. Yeah, this is Plan Voodoo, where split vote is not safe.